Good morning and happy Monday. You know, before our morning message and before our Good morning and happy Monday. You know, before our class meeting, you're supposed to read your email. Maybe there's messages from me. Do you know when your group meets? Have you seen any feedback on assignments lately? Or are there any special announcements? You also have your Chrome tabs. You have 3 that have to be open right now. Make sure you don't have any extra sites. You should have BBCU, Homeroom Google Classroom, and Math Google Classroom. Every day we have a morning message. The morning today is Monday, September 21st, 2020. It's an independent Monday where you use your time management strategies with the bingo board. You engage in 30-minute focused tasks with a 5 to 10-minute brain break. You can also do a 40-minute task, but at the 20-minute mark, use the 20-20-20 rule. Every 20 minutes, take 20 seconds to look 20 feet away from the screen. I also suggest you stand up and move around. Our bingo board this week is science and reading focused. Yes, 2 quizzes have been released for later this week in science. They're there to motivate you to read the Myon books. The information is connected. You're aiming to read all of Monday's Myon books today and enjoy 30 minutes or more of ST Math. This week will be different because of iReady testing. You're going to use your time wisely today to get ahead of the reading on the Myon books. Maybe you'll even manage the next 2 books for Tuesday. Our Positivity Project focus is curiosity, and a new bingo board was posted to Google Classroom. You'll notice it looks a bit bigger, but it's actually organized into 2 categories. Must do at the top and can do towards the bottom of the first page, leading to the second page. You know in the must do's you're completing your assigned work in Google Classroom. Use the to-do list and calendar view to prioritize. Do things that are due sooner before those that are due later. Check your Gmail at least twice a day. Read for a minimum of 30 minutes a day. Keep in mind, Imagine Learning and Literacy, free reading, and the science reading, which is required below, all counts towards that 30 minutes a day. I know you'll be doing more than an hour or 2 of reading today. It's going to be fantastic, fabulous, and phenomenal. You also have ST Math. You're aiming for 90 minutes a week with at least 30 of those done today, Monday. You also have your Google Classroom math tasks that are assigned. Please complete those on a timely basis. Your science reading for Monday involves 3 books in Myon. You may have already read these or some of the later books listed when we did our landform search in Myon. By Tuesday, you're also aiming for the next 2 books. You can start it today. These books take anywhere between 5 and 15 minutes apiece to read. If you're a slower reader, it might take a little bit longer, but you'll notice on Tuesday, I only selected 3 pages that I really want you to focus on. If you go beyond that, fine, but make sure you're balancing the other books. Before Thursday, there's 3 more Myon books that I want you to read. How can I get this done, you ask? We have plenty of time from 3 to 4, even if you're in groups. You know you're in a group with me Monday. You might have another teacher on Monday who meets with you. You also meet with me later in the week. I can't wait to hear in the second group meeting how many of these books you've read completely and understand. The focus of the first column is what's inside the earth. The focus of the second column is plate tectonics and how plates inside the earth move. The third column helps us understand how to classify rocks. Maybe you classify them as igneous, sedimentary, or metamorphic. The fourth column is fun. It's Brain Pop video. The top and then the second video actually explains plate tectonics. They really link between the first and second column of reading. Your can-do choices involve materials from specialists, free reading in Myon, Additional time beyond your 90 minutes of ST Math. Miss Hammond's library site has lots of places that you can get books and audiobooks. There's a reminder that you needed to fill out the band form or strings form if you're interested in participating, and you should have discussed that with your parents. We have additional fiction and nonfiction resources for reading and research. These columns will actually grow over time, especially as we learn more about our social studies unit. There's a typing link for those who want to spend time learning to type. It's a wonderful strategy. I know I took a few typing classes myself in middle and high school. There's a new section in the reading and writing suggestions, including using a composition notebook or similar. It does not have to be a new one. Head outside and write about what you observe. You could also engage in free choice writing. Social studies is the last box over here. I want you to wonder, think in your head, how do shared beliefs and values shape a culture? How do cultural universals differ among cultures? How might they be similar? There are 2 videos here, Westlandia and Motel of the Mysteries, based on books that we will discuss in social studies. Because iReady starts this week, some of you will have more fast finisher time before 3 o'clock than others. Others will take longer on the iReady testing, and that's fine. Your goal today is to not touch iReady. We'll do that together tomorrow. Your goal today is to finish these books in the first column and do some of the books in the second column. You can use the videos here and in social studies to help you take a break. We have a focus for small groups today that helps you read MyOn books using nonfiction text feature strategies. We're going to skim, do page walks before digging deep. We're going to look for headings, bold words, pictures, captions, images, and infographics. We're going to make connections to what we've seen or heard in class or our background knowledge. We'll back up and reread, focusing on those visual cues, asking ourselves questions as you read. Personally, I prefer not to use the audio in MyOn. I prefer to skim for main ideas and then back up and reread deeply. You choose, but remember you can change the speed of the reader in MyOn. Science has 2 quizzes. They're there to motivate you to do the MyOn reading. The Landform Resource tab has been updated. On Friday, I showed you that I had placed the 2 videos that we watched in class in there. I also put the teacher slide deck into the Resource tab. Since then, I've added the teacher slide decks for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You are welcome to read ahead. In the Materials tab, materials are read-only. It looks like there's places to put student answers, but I'm not asking for that yet. You're aiming to do the plate tectonics assessment by Tuesday and the rock types assessment by Wednesday. I will support you in pacing through these, but I want you to know that it's coming so you motivate to do the reading. And if you miss class, you are looking at the Landforms resources so that you can stay up to date. Ms. Patton, I realize that social studies and language arts also have assignments. This culture question in social studies talks about the questions that were on the bingo board. It relinks to Westlandia and Motel of the Mysteries, and it asks you to think about culture. This question also defines culture and some other vocabulary words. I want you to connect to yourself and your family culture. Language arts is one article related to media literacy. Don't be fooled by cheap apps that really cost a lot of money. There's a Google form that's a question, and the article is also attached. I'm hoping to have your Scholastic News accounts ready for you to access very soon. I'm waiting on a few more permission forms for digital resources before I can actually link it to our classroom. Where do I start? Look at the due dates. You've got the calendar view. You know I want you to read at least 3, if not 5, of the MyOn books today. Alternate between the Science MyOn books and the other tasks. Promise yourself that if you do 2 of the MyOn books, you can do a different task like math or language arts or social studies. Take the 20-20-20 breaks or take the 5 to 10 minute wiggle breaks, no more than 10 minutes of each hour. Motivate to do that MyOn and those videos because the science quizzes will include information from that meeting. The more of the MyOn you read, the more confident you're going to be in science and the more contributions and connections you'll make during our class. The science quizzes can happen during science next week or between 3 and 4 on Tuesday and Wednesday. You will not likely be finishing iReady Tuesday and Wednesday from 3 to 4. We've got this. Any questions?